Hey, it's been a while. Sorry about that. How have you been? I have quite a lot of things I want to discuss now that I'm back. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Unknown, a multi-content creator, or at least I tried to be one in the past. Unfortunately, I had too many things going on against me, so let's start there, shall we? If you look at my past content, you may notice that my last upload was a little over 2 years ago. I've been looking towards making content this whole time, but since that video, I unfortunately ran into too many problems that slowed me down, namely my internet. Since I live in bumfuck nowhere, I have to deal with satellite internet, and ever since the hurricane, it's only gotten worse. I also had a pretty weak PC, which had a major bottleneck in the CPU. That made it basically impossible for me to play any higher intensity game. But it also made it difficult for me to edit. The software I used would freeze my entire computer for increasingly long periods of time whenever I made just a simple splice. I also had a ton of other hidden mental problems, but that's a discussion for me in the future. But hey, I have a new computer now. It's a beast compared to my old one and can actually run Terraria, unlike my previous computer. With it, I can actually be able to play the various games I've had in my Steam library, and also record them. As for my internet, I may not have internet where I am specifically, but I have found a solution to my problem. That solution is just my hotspot. Like, there's not really anything worth noting about that. I'm unsure if I can actually upload videos on it, but if the upload bar budges even a little bit, it's fine by me. Otherwise, I'll have to find a different solution. Since I can now record things, I want to mention what I plan on doing now that I can actually do what I wanted to do half my life. I have a few ideas on what games I can play and record, but I'm probably just going to have to take it a little slow at first. I need to focus on the learning process of creating videos, and before I really get into things, I could start with Terraria, a game I love but specifically cover me learning how to play on keyboard and mouse, since I've been stuck on the Switch for so long. I could also play Skyrim for the umpteenth time, but cover my first foray into Mario? Modding. As for what I'm already doing, I have been recording my playthrough of Monster Hunter Wilds. I may look into editing that first since I already have the footage ready. I think that's everything. No, wait, there's one more thing I have to mention. Let me just find the file real quick first. While that's finding my file, I would like to mention how crazy 2024 was for me. The latter half of the year alone had so many moments of self-discovery, and I'm much more aware of my underlying issues I've had my entire life. If you follow me on any of my social media, you may already know what I'm about to say, but I'll still mention it for those who don't know. I seem to have found the file, so let me just bring that out now. Oh hey, it's me in the future. Anyways, I'm trans. This is the biggest discovery I made last year, and is still quite insane to think about and look back upon. And just think that was just there. My entire life. All my life I felt so wrong. And for no discernible reason. I was so aware of this feeling, but could not tell you what it was. But now I do know, and I'm making the necessary changes to live a happier life. I've just recently started HRT and am looking ahead of what my life will become, despite all the current hardships. Though, being trans does not mean I will cover the trans topics on my channel. There are other far more skilled individuals that already do that and more. I really only want to do what I wanted to do in the first place, which is just playing games. I may only cover my voice training every once in a while, Or alternatively, I could also cover my journey. Speaking of voice training, some of you may notice that I have VA in my username on other platforms, but not here on YouTube. I actually wanted to mention that really quickly. I really haven't done anything to do with voice acting in a very long time, and no longer want to pursue something like that. I don't really see myself as a voice actor anymore. But I have no reason to remove it from my username. In the future, I may eventually find something to replace it, but for now, it's just a paperweight to make my username more unique. Voice acting is still in my core though. You can't really throw that knowledge away, especially as I'm going to pour it into voice training, whenever I get around to that. I know this doesn't achieve much given my current viewership count, but I don't care. I wanted to do it, so I am. Anyways, outros are for nerds. Have a good day, or else I will find you and rotate you counterclockwise. But at a slow speed to make sure you don't get dizzy. Bye-bye!